we just have to talk loud. Good morning, you guys. The audio's bad, but it's fine. I have such a story for everyone about my journey trying to get 2 mics to set up to my one computer. It's not gonna work, but it's fine. But nonetheless, we're persevering on the Morning Coffee podcast, and everything's gonna be fine. Today we have a very special guest. Throwback to last week's episode when I went on this whole rant about how I go to this cafe every day and I go there to talk to the baristas. The guest that we have on the podcast today is the barista that I go to talk to. Everyone, give a warm welcome to Katherine.
Hello.
From Kanaka.
Katherine from Kanaka. I love that.
Yeah, I love the alliteration. That was like everyone in my last episode that I shouted out, his name started with a K. So
Oh, yeah,
like,
I saw that.
I was like writing the description and I was like, why is everyone's
What?
name started with a K?
I know, I saw Katherine from Kanaka. I was like, I love that. I'm going to start using that. That's awesome.
That's what your identity has been boiled down to.
I love it. I love it. I'm just this unfaced person on the podcast. I'll just keep returning. Katherine from Kanaka.
She'll be a returning character on this sitcom of the morning.
The cinematic
pod.
Universe.
Right. So before we begin, I just needed to let you guys know the absolute rings that I went through to get you good audio, and it just didn't work. So after Katherine and I had set up to record today, I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure out how to have 2 mics to my one computer to like have good audio, because when I had my friend Paris on the podcast a few episodes ago, we recorded at a cafe and the audio was horrible because it was just like cafe background noise and like my mic is bad and like everything was bad. But then me and Paris, like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get another mic. I'll get like some like software to like have 2 mics or whatever. So then I was doing research and they were like, oh, you need to have this like audio interface thing. It's literally just like a box that musicians use to record like guitars and like stuff at the same time. Mm-hmm. And so then they were like, oh, you need that. So I was like, okay. So I went to Best Buy and I bought it and it was like $250.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
Oh
then
my
I
God.
bought this mic that we're using now. It's a better mic than my one before. So that I had 2 mics and then like this audio interface thing or whatever. Everyone at Best Buy, no one knows, like, everyone who works there, like, no one knows what they're doing. Like, literally no one knows anything about their products. Like, I went there and I was like, I need help, and no one knew what I needed.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
I have a podcast, I need 2 mics on my one computer. Because everyone thought that I was like a musician, so they were like recommending like music interfaces.
Like, no, I'm
but
just
I was
talking to a mic.
yeah, right? And I didn't have time to order off Amazon because I literally like decided to do this last minute.
Oh
like,
my God.
I had like a couple days to do this. Anyway, so I went to Best Buy, I got the interface, and then I got the mic. And then I go home, this is like 2 days ago, and then it's the wrong interface because it's not like USB plugged in, it's like amp. Like amp things.
Yeah.
The guy at Best Buy told me that this would be like the right one for me, and it was
my God.
not at all.
How do they sleep at night? They just sell
No.
people random shit and they're like, this will work for you.
Right? Because I'm like,
oh my God.
I was so worried that I wasn't going to be able to return it because I like unpacked it.
Yeah,
and
that's
everything.
so expensive too.
I know, but I wrapped it in this like plastic bag so that I was like, I can return it now, it's fine. Mm-hmm. And then I went back to Best Buy and I returned it, and then I came back home, realized that like I don't have any adapters for my microphones. Like I have one for the one that I had before because I have a stupid MacBook.
This could be a drinking game. Take a shot every time there's a motorbike or a truck.
No, right? Like a semi or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I was like, okay, I have to go back to Best Buy and get a freaking adapter for my new mic, because MacBooks are like the worst computer you can have. Like we were talking about this earlier. They just like don't run any software, and like there's no USB ports. Like there's nothing good about MacBooks besides like that they look nice.
They will not be sponsoring this podcast.
No, Apple will
don't want your
not be
sponsor.
sponsoring this. So then I had to go back to Best Buy yesterday to get an adapter for my new mic, because although I don't have a USB port, I have 2 like charging ports in my computer. So I was like, maybe I could just plug both of them in and like hope that it works. It doesn't work, as we found out today. But I went to Best Buy, I got the adapter, I came home last night from work at like 9 p.m. and then I realized that I bought the wrong adapter. I was supposed to get USB to MacBook, but I got USB-C to MacBook. It's like different. And so was
my
like,
God.
last night at like 9 p.m. I'm like stressing out because I don't know how we're gonna record this. So like I'm texting Catherine. I'm like, do you have a MacBook to USB like adapter? Like please, I need help. And then I called Walmart and I was like, do you guys have this adapter? And she said no, which they did.
Oh.
They did. But I was like, okay. So then they said no. So then I hung up. But then I was like, maybe if I get a USB-C to USB adapter and then a USB to MacBook adapter, like that would be fine.
God.
So I literally I went to Walmart and I got so many adapters I was just like, maybe I'll need it. Anyway, then I went to Walmart at like 10 p.m. and I got an adapter. And then I was trying to figure out how to connect both of these mics to my computer. And I went on like the third Google page when I was like searching how to do it without interface. And this guy named Blake wrote this article about how to do it. And I did it last night and it worked perfectly fine. But then I get here and I'm trying to set up my mics and like they don't work. Like both of them at the same time. It's just not gonna happen. And you guys, there's so many trucks. Like literally so many. So bad.
It's recycling day, garbage day,
Yeah.
last day of school. It's great.
There's so many noises. But anyway, so moral of the story is fuck Best Buy. Fuck that girl at Walmart who told me that they didn't have the adapter that I needed, even though they did. And I swear, hello to all the new listeners. I swear, normally I have better audio quality on this podcast, I promise. And eventually I'll figure it out, but for now we're just
We can only go up from here.
There's no way.
This is rock bottom and it can only go up from here.
Yeah. But now at least I know what I need. It's just like, I didn't want to reschedule this recording day. So,
here we are.
Fine. Yeah,
we're pushing.
Here we are.
We're pushing through.
Yeah, we're persevering.
Oh my God.
And I know that everyone still sticks around even when the audio's bad. Speaking from experience.
Exactly.
I guess
RIP to headphone users.
Yeah, but just don't listen with headphones, I guess.
Yeah, you'll be good.
That's the thing. But so yeah, that was my little story. I just had to tell you guys that because I just care about this podcast so much, and I care about the audio quality. I do this all for you guys. I go to Best Buy and I buy hundreds of dollars worth of wrong items. So
in an attempt.
Yeah, in an attempt to have good audio, but it's fine. It's fine. I got through.
Oh man.
But so as we said before, Catherine and I have not had more than a 5-minute conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our first time really hanging out and really meeting. So it's really exciting. I'm drinking a little iced matcha latte with almond milk, no sweetener.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
I am drinking an iced vanilla latte, half sweet, extra shot.
Yeah.
Because despite my attempts at not becoming a coffee snob, I have become a coffee snob. It's inevitable, I think, when you work at a coffee shop. It just kind of happens.
I bet. Even when you go to a coffee shop every day. I'm like,
very true.
Yeah. Even when I go to Vancouver, it's like, I would say Kanaka has the best coffee that I've had.
Really? Good.
Like, out of all Vancouver.
Yeah.
For sure.
See, the
I'm
thing
not just
is-
saying that because you're here.
And we're sitting right outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it, like, you kind of become, like, taste blind. So my coffee just tastes like whatever. So, like, something different is always good. But no, I agree. Ours is really good. But I remember I started here and I literally, like, didn't even know, like, what anything was. Like, I remember making, like, a caramel macchiato and I was like, what is this? I don't know what this is. And now I'm, like, so, like, into, like, coffee's an undernote. Like, if you told me that, like, a coffee had a hazelnut undertone, I'd be like, bullshit. But now I'm like, oh my God, I totally taste that. Like, it's like wine to me. Like, it's really intense. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I really tried not to get sucked into the world of coffee, but it's happened.
Yeah. I mean, it's better. Honestly, I'd say that's better than getting into the world of wine.
Very true.
I think it's better.
I think so too. I
You
think
don't
it's more
promote alcoholism.
No. I think coffee's more respectable. It's a legal addictive stimulant, so it's a little bit better for you, I think.
Just slightly.
Yeah, I mean, my caffeine tolerance has gone, like, up increasingly over the years, and it's a little bit alarming, like, how many shots I need to actually feel anything. But, I mean, aside from that,
it's fine.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I think I'm just, like, building up my immunity.
Yeah. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger by Kelly Clarkson herself.
Oh my God,
She
the
said
queen.
It best. She said it best. But, like, I applied to work here.
Did you actually?
I did.
Oh my
when
God.
I first moved to Maple Ridge, like, a year and a half ago. I think it was right before the new owner went to go.
Oh, okay.
Right before
Yeah.
I applied. And the woman that was working there was literally so mean, you guys.
Yes.
She was like so rude.
Can confirm.
That's my first topic on this
God.
list is
That's awesome.
toxic work environments.
Yes.
Because I was reading reviews and they were all about like they were like negative about the old owners of Kanaka.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like I love it there because like the new owner's so nice. She's literally like the sweetest. But anyway, I just wanted to know what your take is on that.
Yeah, oh my god. I've had my fair share. So this was my first job at the coffee shop, and when I started, I remember the like training process was like the most intense and toxic thing I've ever experienced. But I had no frame of reference, so I was like,
Right.
this is fine, this is normal, like
Yeah.
this is just how training is, and you just get hazed, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I wanted to quit so many times. Like, I remember specifically, I wanted to quit, and then we went to, because I started in November of 2018, I think I want to say, and we went to this Christmas party, and my birthday is at the beginning of December, so they bought me like a birthday cake, and they were like singing me happy birthday, and I was like, I can't quit now,
Yeah.
like they're so nice. And then I show up to work the next day, and they like bully me all day. So it was like, yeah, I kind of was getting a little bit of whiplash from like all the like back and forth.
Right.
But then I remember like thinking like, okay, this has got to just be normal. And then I remember like my mom was like, you need to just like push through it, get through it, like one day you'll just know your job and it'll be fine. And like, just like spoiler alert, it didn't get any better, but I stuck around.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I remember like my coworkers were like, yeah, that's not normal, like we didn't get trained like that, like why are they doing that? And it was like,
Oh my god.
I was like, why didn't someone tell me this sooner? And like, whatever, anyway. So after they, like, I don't know, it was like a couple people had kind of come into the store after me, and then they sort of got off my back a little bit, and it was a better place to work. It wasn't amazing. It was sort of one of those things where it's like, if you're working with a certain person, you know you're gonna have a good day, but if you're with another person, you're like, oh fuck, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
And you just kind of get through it or whatever. And then I ended up going back to school actually for dental reception.
Oh, sweet.
Don't know how I got that in my head. People ask me, like, even when I started, they were like, what made you pick dental? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I just like dartboard and was like, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I liked the idea of an office job, and I think I had like a family friend or something that did dental, and they liked it fine. So I was like, you know what, why not? Let's give it a try. It was like
Yeah.
$5,000 at UFE, why not? So I did it, and I did school through COVID, so it was actually really easy. Like, low-key, if like anybody ever hears this, I cheated on all my tests.
So don't go to Katherine to get your teeth fixed.
Don't trust me. There's a reason I don't work there anymore. Yeah, I low-key like took all my exams from my bed, fully in pajamas, cheated on all of them, got 100% in the course. Like, there is a YouTube video somewhere out there of me taking my keyboard test, and it has to stay up there. And yeah, it was good times.
That's funny. But like honestly, why would you do online school and not cheat?
Right?
It's just a free pass.
Seriously, I know. She's like, I remember telling, like, she's like, all your notes need to be put away and whatever, but like, we didn't even have to be on screen when we took our tests. Like, there was
Yeah.
classes on screen, but then the tests were just scheduled and we just had to do them. And I was like, my textbook's right across the room. Like,
Yeah.
I literally can just cheat. And like, I tried my best, but any questions I didn't know, I was just like, I'm gonna just like open book
Yeah.
this test.
Oh my God.
It's fine, right?
It's
And
fine.
yeah, I passed with flying colors. I was top of the
Nice.
class. Maybe I was the only one smart enough to cheat, honestly. It could have been.
Yeah.
But then I got a job at a kid's dental office, and when I tell you that that was the worst experience of my life, it was so bad. Like,
It sounds exhausting.
it was so bad. Like, and like, so okay, so I got placed there for my practicum, so I was like unpaid basically, and just
yeah.
like 2 weeks of like unpaid and just working there.
Right.
And then I was offered a job right afterwards, and I at the time, again, no frame of reference, I thought like, oh my god, they like me, like I must be a really good worker, like they must like have really loved me, and like they offered me this job. And I was told that like jobs don't usually come out of practicum, and you usually have to do like a whole job search after.
Yeah.
And I was like honored, and then I took the job obviously because like I don't want a job search. And it seemed fine at the time. And then as soon as I started, it like switched all of a sudden. Like once I was like on payroll and like they were paying me to do things, they like started treating me so terribly. I like the first like couple weeks was just training, so I kind of was allowed to be like bad at everything,
Yeah.
and they had a little bit of like patience for me.
Right.
But after that, like they just like totally switched on me, and like yeah, I won't be naming names, but for future me, just in case. But yeah, like it was so toxic, and I remember like it was like an office full of women, and like no offense to women, but goddamn, they're so petty,
True.
so dramatic. It was
Yeah.
like every woman against themselves. Like it was like dog eat dog in there, and it was
Oh
like
no.
for the dumbest things. And I remember like I got pulled into so much drama, and I remember like I'd be sitting there and I'd be like getting yelled at for something, and I'd be like, how am I here right now?
Yeah.
Like, is this real life? This is a prank. Like, this
Yeah.
has to be a joke. And like all the time. And yeah, like it was just like terrible, and like they could not keep staff for the life of them. And so it was like clearly this was not a good working environment.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just bad. So I remember like it took me a year to realize like just how terrible it was, and for some reason I kept a whole year I stayed. And I don't know how I kept justifying, like it must have been the money maybe, because I kept justifying staying and being like, this isn't so bad, like I can keep doing this, like
Yeah.
like there's enough nice people in the office that I can deal with, and like
Right.
whatever. But then something would happen and I go, this fucking sucks, I'm
Oh,
quitting.
God.
So I remember I actually like, okay, I fake gave my resignation in
Sorry.
yeah
What does that mean?
in October. So I right before Thanksgiving long weekend, I something happened. I don't even remember. I think I got yelled at for something, and it was like for the stupidest shit. And it was sort of like one of those like straw that broke the camel's back
Oh, yeah.
situations where I was like, this is like it. Like I can't do this anymore.
Right.
So, but there was enough that I wanted to stay because it was like good money, and like I kind of liked the job that I was doing, but like it was a couple people that were ruining it for me. So I
Yeah.
basically sent my resignation in by email. Didn't tell anybody I was sending it in. Just like dropped this bomb on them.
Yeah.
And my phone was getting blown up, and everybody was like, "What? Like, oh my god, I didn't know. Like, are you like talk to me, call me, text me, like whatever."
Yeah.
Like my boss and like my coworkers were like, "What's going on?" And I was like,
Two-faced.
"Yeah, seriously. Oh my god, I never ever do anything like that." And I basically just did it so that they could have like a bit of a scare and be like, "Oh shit, we're losing Catherine. Like, we need to change our ways
Yeah.
and like have an awakening." And I was like, yeah, like I really thought it would work. And then it was they told me they would. They told me they'd change. I wrote like out this like ultimatum and was like, okay, this is what needs to happen. This is what needs to change if you want me to stay.
Yeah.
I need to see all these things happen. And they said they would. And then it was like probably not even a month until they switched back. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, fuck you guys.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, so then I gave my real resignation.
Right.
And that time they were like, well, we tried. Like they just knew. They were like, she's gone. We lost her. And I was like, whatever. So yeah, left that place. That was not fun. And
Yeah.
like I actually, so funny story, I actually was messaged the other day from that doctor, and she wanted me to come back and work for them 3 days a week. And I was like, no. No.
Oh my God.
3 days a week, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And she like full shifts, like back to normal basically. She's like, I need you to run the orthodontic program. And I was like, I really don't think I want to do that.
Yeah.
And like I quit, not once but twice.
How
I
long
quit.
ago after that was this?
So I've been gone from there for about 9 months,
And she just reached
and
like,
she just messaged me.
shit.
And I oh my god, she just messaged me now.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Speak of the devil, we're just gonna ignore that.
Yeah.
Flip the phone over. Anyways,
It's manifesting.
it really is. It's spooky stuff. So yeah, so she messaged me and she's like, would you come back? Like, would you consider it? And I was like, no. And then she's like, well, what about like if you just came back to train? And I was like, okay, I probably could train, but like I've been gone for 9 months. Like I don't know what I remember. Like I probably won't remember anything, but I mean I'll try. And so yeah, I went back and I walked into the office. I went back last week sometime for the first time. And I walked in, and like aside from all the staff being different, it felt exactly the same. Like just that negative, like heavy, just like,
Yeah.
oh God, I do not want to be in here. I remember like it was bad. I like literally went to the bathroom and like hid in the bathroom for 5 minutes. I texted my mom. I was like, Mom, I hate it here. Get me out. Oh my God. Like this place sucks so bad.
Yeah.
And like it's crazy. Like even with completely new staff, it still felt the same way.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just like harboring this like negative energy, and like whoever they hire just has to have this negative
Oh.
everyone against each other energy. It just was
That's horrible.
bad, and I was like blown away with how like the same it felt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like ended up training for, ended up doing 2 shifts for about 2.5 hours, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. And
my
even like
God.
I went back a couple days ago, and like in the couple hours I was there, like we had like a couple parents like yelling and screaming, and one doctor that got mad at someone, and then an assistant that had a problem, and I was just like sitting there like, literally nothing changes. Like, it feels like I never left, and that was it for me. I was like, I cannot be back here. I was gonna try and like get through it, get the money out of it, train, do like kind of the bare minimum, and just like pretend like I knew what I was talking about. And even that is difficult in that place. It was so bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Like, do you really not have someone who's been like there for longer?
Seriously.
Like 9 months ago.
Seriously.
To train your staff?
I know. Apparently the lady that like took over for me right when I had left, she left. She had to leave. And I don't know why. I still don't know why. Like, she might have quit. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, she was gone. So like the day that I trained, the very first day I went there, was their first day without her. So they were like floundering. They did not know what they were doing, and I wasn't told any of this. So like complete lack of communication. I didn't know what I was training them on. I didn't know what they knew. It was
You're just going there blind.
Totally blind. Absolutely.
Really
I was like, so I started off. I was like, so what do you guys like want me to teach you? And they were like, oh, how to like, oh my god, how to like, I don't know, like log in, like the most basic shit. And I was like, did no one teach you this? Yeah. Anyway, it was bad. So places like that do not change. And moral of the story, don't stay for the money, because the money, it's nice, but it's not worth your unhappiness for an entire year. It's not good. True. I don't know how I kept justifying staying, but I did. And bad idea, because now I have like low-key trauma from that place.
Right. No, fair. I'm sorry, the thought of working at a children's dental place makes me want to die.
And you know what's funny is like that wasn't even the worst part of that office. That's how terrible it was, that the kids was not even the worst part. It was like fun for a while, because like, well, no, you know what? Fun is the wrong word. It was interesting. It was an experience. It was, I like kids fine. And it's like, when they're having a good time, it's fun. Like, there's a little toy machine, and there's like popsicles at the end, and like you get to like show them kids shows, and there's toys and stuff. Like, it's all fun. But then you hear one kid cry and scream, and you're like, fuck this place. Fuck this place so bad.
Sometimes I'm like, maybe I wouldn't mind having a child one day, you know, raising a kid. But then I like will be in the mall, and I'll just hear a kid like screaming at the top of their lungs. I'm like, never mind. No way. I know. I really hope at like some point in my life, like my maternal instincts kick in and I'll be able to handle it. But like, oh my god, I always joke like, if my baby comes out ugly, like I will send it back. No, for real.
I'll go like, did I just spend 9 months on this? What is this joke? Like,
that's so funny.
Oh my god, yeah. But that was that story. And then honestly, since then I've had not bad experiences. I went to another dental office after that, that's just down the street from my house, and so it was like an even shorter commute, which was amazing. And they actually were so sweet, but I had like genuine, like, I feel like PTSD is sort of the wrong, like I don't want to like self-diagnose, but like I like had trauma from the dental experience, and like things would come up in that office that were like obviously not related to the old office, but it would like trigger me somehow, and I would just get so like anxious, and like I couldn't be there anymore, and it wrecked my experience there. And like they were so sweet, and like so night and day between the first office. I ended up like leaving and having to tell them like I had to take a break, and they were like, do you want us to do like mental health leave for you? Like they were so nice, and they like check in on me often, and I still go there for my cleanings and stuff, and they were like so sweet. So as like, if the experience, like, I don't know, it went as good as it could have for like given the circumstances, which was really, really nice. So it's like not all places are horrible. But it's crazy how like all those people treated me so terribly for a year, and they never realized like the damage they were doing. And like when you like it's like a kind of like a toxic relationship, or like an abusive relationship. It's
you
kind
never
of
know that
right
you aren't until you're out of it, and you're like, oh
like it was crazy to see it like standing on the outside now, like just how bad it was. And I tell stories, and people are like that happened, like oh my god. Like I remember.
No, I'm like blown away right now.
Yeah,
I
remember. Again, I'm not gonna like name names, but one time, this girl I worked with, she came in and to the office. She wasn't working at the time, and she came in and she was bawling her eyes out, and I was like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "You need to come talk to me." And she like ran to the back room, and I go back there, and she asked me to pee for a drug test. True story. True story. And I was like, I was like, I cannot do that for you. Like, absolutely not. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry I asked. And then she like got up and left. And I was like, did that just happen? Again, this is a dream. This is not happening right now. Like stuff like that you like would never ever believe would ever happen in a workplace. And it did. Like, it just was mind blowing. But yeah, like it felt, I compared it when I was like kind of just leaving to like an abusive relationship. I was like, because you just justify staying for whatever reason.
Yeah.
There's something that's enough for you to want to stick around, and it's not worth it. It's doing a lot of damage, and it's not good.
No.
So yeah,
There's always something better.
absolutely,
Always something
absolutely, and you just got to believe that you deserve better. Like you'll figure it out. And like after that other office, they sort of redeemed like the bad experiences I had. I still don't know that I could go back.
Oh,
like
for
I
sure.
went back for the training, and it was really hard to be back there. And I was like, okay, I'm not coming back
No,
here.
I would say definitely do not.
Bad idea. Stay far away. But yeah, and now I'm back at the coffee shop again, and I'm like so happy. Like
It seems like a nice place to work.
it's
like,
so
everyone there is
nice.
so nice.
Yeah, it's worlds different than what it was with the old owners. The old owners were nice in their own way, but they definitely were not the easiest people to work for.
They're very
I will
like,
say
intense.
very and they loved their business. I'll give them that. Like they really did. It was like their baby, and when they left, it was very hard. Like they had, I think they owned it for like 11, 12 years or something.
It was
so.
3 of them, right?
Yeah, 3 of them. So slowly, like when I started, it was all 3. It was 2 sisters and their mom. And then slowly the one sister went off to do another thing. And then towards the end, the mom started like limiting her shifts too, because she's getting older and she couldn't spend so much time. So she kind of would come to like make food and then she'd go.
Right.
But yeah, they really loved this place, and it was really like obviously a big part of their lives. And it was really hard to give up, but I think it was definitely a good choice for them. They were trying to sort of move on with their lives into their next phase. And good old Natasha bought it, and she's like absolutely killing it. She's
so nice.
She's
I
so
love her.
sweet. Oh my god, if you don't know Natasha, she's like
Shout out Natasha.
Shout out Natasha.
She's probably listening to this.
Absolutely, honestly,
she
I'm
will.
gonna make sure she will. She's inside right now and doesn't even know we're talking about her.
Well, 'cause I went inside and she was like, "I heard you're doing a podcast today," and I was like,
Yes.
"Yes, I am."
I literally told everybody. I was so excited. Yeah, she's like this fiery redhead. She's a whole 5'3". Like, she's so awesome. I love her so much, and yeah, she's absolutely killing it. Even just like women in business, like
Right?
absolutely slaying it. And
she
like,
is such a girl boss.
oh my god,
for
totally,
real.
totally. Like people will come in and go like, oh, like who owns this place? And she goes, I do. And you can just see this like smile on her face when she says like, it's my place. And people are like, really? Like they so underestimate her. And yeah, it's just so awesome. I'm so like insanely proud of her. And she's done so many cool things for this place. She's like really like highlighted a lot of local businesses and stuff in her store. And there's like a lot of local art and product and stuff that she's bringing in. And
There's
she's
lots
a really
of good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's a special person for sure.
If you're ever in the Maple Ridge area, come to Kanaka.
Check it out.
Yeah.
I'm usually here. She is also usually here. You will see both of us most likely. But yeah, it's incredible.
It's like now that I'm like friends with a lot of, or like I like have a relationship with a lot of you guys. Now it's like whenever I come in, it's not like I'm not like, oh, I wonder if Catherine's working today. That would suck if she wasn't. It's like even if she's not, it's sad, but I have someone else to talk to.
Exactly.
It's nice.
Everyone's a friend here.
Right?
Totally. I know. I love like, I don't know. It's so fun. Like even when I'm like working, like it doesn't feel like I'm working because I get to like make friends with people like all day long. And like some people like you get a lot of old people and you get a lot of people that like don't want to talk to you, and you're like, fine, that's chill, all good. You just want your coffee and you want to leave. Totally fine. But like I make it a mission to like ask everybody like, what you up to today, or like how's your morning been, or whatever, right? Because like you never know what kind of conversation you can spark up. I've met so many like cool, interesting people with so many different stories that like it's very cool. Like all the people that come to one place and have this like one place in common.
And now you're on the podcast.
Exactly. What a freaking
honestly.
small world, right?
Small world.
And like like you just think about all the things that had to happen. Like I worked here before, and then like if Natasha hadn't bought it, I probably wouldn't have come back, and I probably never would have been here. Crazy.
She like worked here before, right?
She did, yeah, for like 4 years, I want to say, almost 5 years probably. And then she bought it. They were kind of the first like when they wanted to sell. She was sort of the first person that came to mind. I think they were like, hey, just so you know, like we are selling, and she like jumped right on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really really cool.
Yeah.
Really exciting for her. But yeah, it's awesome.
What's like the wildest barista story that you have? Besides that one woman that comes in 4 to 5 times.
Oh my
per day.
god, yes. Honestly, shout out Glenda. Glenda, if you're listening to this,
Shout out
I don't know if
Glenda.
you are. You probably never will. But girl, you're a real one. Yeah, she comes in like 5 times a day for coffee. It's like she's committed to this place. It's pretty. It's a lot, but we love her. Wildest barista story. Honestly, anything from old mic night. We used to have a mic night on Wednesday nights. We were open till like 8:30. And yeah, it was really fun. It stopped with COVID, which is so sad, and I want to bring it back so badly because it brought so many, like, even weirder people. Like, oh my god, I remember there's this one guy. He is definitely not listening to this, so I'm not afraid to use his name.
Okay.
He was, like, I swear to God, 96 or 97 at the time. And yeah, he really was a fossil. He's seen some shit. His name, I shit you not, was Thirsty Bill.
Like legal name?
I really hope so. His name was Thirsty Bill, and he would come and he would sing and yodel the same like 3 songs every Wednesday. Like he didn't have any range. It was 3 songs every time, and he would yodel. And then sometimes he'd collab with this other guy who would play the harmonica for him, and he would yodel and play harmonica.
What
and
a duo.
Absolutely.
What a duo.
Absolutely.
Wow.
He was a lot.
It's so funny.
But he was like, a fossil. He was a bit ancient. And I remember we celebrated, it was either his 97th or 98th birthday or something. We had a cake for him, and he was just like
that's sweet.
hobbling around the store. Yeah, Thirsty Bill. He was an interesting guy. But yeah,
Wow.
Mike Night was interesting. It would bring like a lot of very odd people. Very eclectic, I think is the word.
If Kanaka brought back Mike Night, I would come perform for you
Oh my
guys.
god, yes.
I'm not a singer, but I could be.
Do
if
it.
I tried.
Do it. We could be the next duo. I will
Yeah.
learn harmonica.
We'll start a band.
I don't
I'll
have
yodel.
I don't have like a musical bone in my body, but I will
Same.
make it work for
Same.
Kanaka open mic. We'll be the
Yeah.
only people playing.
It'll just be us
It'll
doing a
just be
concert.
Oh my
That's
god.
funny.
I would bring it back. Oh my god. You have to like it was a lot of like equipment and setup and stuff. So you have to have like a lot of free time, but oh
Right.
god, it would be so fun. I love it so much.
That'd be cool.
It was
yeah.
so cool because like your shift didn't even feel like a shift. It felt like you were setting up for like a party or something,
Right.
and like waiting for guests to come, and
Yeah.
like oh god, it was so fun.
That's so fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love like karaoke or like open mic nights.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Oh, it was
Even
so
if I don't like
cool.
do it. Like,
I
I've
know.
Never done it before,
I know.
But, like just watching people. It's
Totally.
fun.
I worked like almost all of them, honestly, and like like you got to. There was this one kid that would like read the lyrics off his iPad, like as he was singing. He was so precious. He was probably like 9, and he would always come wearing a cowboy hat, and he would like,
Aw.
like read the lyrics off his iPad. But he was like performing, like his little life
Nice.
depended on it. It was so funny.
That reminds me of that X Factor audition where the girl like brings her phone on stage and she has like her earbuds in and
Oh
she's,
my
like,
God.
singing the song and she's reading the song on her phone.
That was him.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
god.
was him.
He always would sing like Ed Sheeran songs and like be reading the words. I loved him. He was so
What
cute.
a king.
Oh, I loved him so
What a
much.
king.
I'm trying to think of what else. What other crazy stories? It's been so long.
Yeah,
I haven't really had any since being back that have been like really, really crazy.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Cause like, I don't know. I honestly like respect you for staying and talking. Like I literally like I can't keep down a job because at the second that something bad happens, I'm like I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I literally like I don't have the perseverance
Yeah.
to like, keep staying.
I know.
Like I worked at this pizzeria.
Oh.
Will not be naming what pizzeria it is, but I worked there for about 3 weeks.
Oh my god.
And then the owner asked me if I had a boyfriend, and then told me that I looked hot. And then I was
Oh.
like, I'm out of here.
Good for
And then
you.
I quit. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
that
goodness.
happened.
We're gonna need to have an elaborated story
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah. 'Cause I will not be naming this
Wow.
pizzeria, but
Very interesting.
anyway, so then I left that because I was like, oh, I'm
Good for
unsafe
you.
when I'm at
Fuck
work.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Other than that, I worked at Save on Foods in Coolum for like a year and a half. That was great. I just left because I moved to Maple Ridge and I didn't have a car because it's like a long commute. if you don't have a
Oh
car.
yeah.
And then I moved to the Maple Ridge after I worked at Pizzeria. I moved to the Maple Ridge in like the Maple Ridge Save on. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
bigger
Yeah.
one, right?
Mhm.
Horrible. Management
Oh
there is horrible.
really?
Yeah, it's so bad.
Did you say Benjamin?
I said the management.
Oh, they said Benjamin there. I was like, oh, we're calling out Benjamin, are we? Okay.
I won't be naming names.
That was
but-
bold.
Yeah. Shout out Jason, if he's listening to this, for buying me a carrot cake once I quit, even though I only worked there for like a month.
Oh my god.
I did not deserve that.
Love you, Jason.
Yeah, I love
You a real
Jason.
one. Carrot cake, good pick.
Yeah, but yeah, the management there was so bad, and like they would always schedule me on days where I said that I couldn't work.
Oh my
And
god.
so then I'd be like, I can't work this day. Like, can you
Yeah.
get rid of it for me? And like they wouldn't ever get rid of it, and then I would like call in sick.
Yeah.
Then
You go,
they'd
fine,
get
I'm just
mad.
not gonna show up
Yeah.
then. Oh
They'd
my
like get
god.
mad and like yeah, it was horrible.
Whoa.
But so it's like I understand what you mean though when like the it's like if the job's fine, because it's like I didn't mind working at Save on Foods because it's just like so easy.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I worked in, like the deli, but like the difference between like when I was in the one location that I really liked, I was like friends with all my coworkers.
Yeah.
It was like such a vibe. And then I moved to the other one, and like everyone there was just always mad. And,
Yeah.
like, always pissed off. And
It makes
just,
such
like,
a difference
to
be friends with your coworkers.
Right?
You spend enough of your life at work. Like, I so strongly believe, like, I don't know. I feel like when I say this, it sounds like my generation talking and being like, I don't want to work. And, like, it sound really entitled. It's not even that. Like, I just don't think that there's any reason for anyone to be in a job that they hate.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I know so many people that are absolutely miserable in their jobs, and they stay, and they've stayed for longer than a year. Like, I put up with it for a year, but I kind of knew I wasn't going to stay for very long.
Yeah.
I knew I'd quit eventually. Something would be the breaking point.
Right.
I knew it was coming, but I was sort of just clinging on to that last, like, little bit of money at the end there. But some people, like, literally are in it for the long haul, and they have no intention of ever leaving, but they're miserable. And it's so sad.
It's really sad.
And, like, you spend so much of your life at work, and it sort of just is what it is. Unfortunately, that's kind of just the reality. But, like, why not pick something you enjoy then?
Right.
And, like, build your life around being able to afford that lifestyle. Like, I don't know. Like, just, I get that it's hard. It's easier said than done. But, I don't know. I just feel like there's no reason to be absolutely miserable. Like, there's always something out there for people. And you just gotta, I don't know, have the patience to look for it. Even if you're putting up with something super shitty, like, in the moment just to get you through, that's fine. But don't settle. Like, you can't settle.
No, you can't.
And
especially if you're there for like 40 plus years.
Exactly.
You know, like, people are
and you
working
hate your
for so
life.
long.
Like,
It's like, do you want to live like that?
seriously, that is such a miserable life.
Yeah.
I have no, I can't. I would
I
ever.
Because that's like, I think that's why I can't really keep a job, because it's like I don't want to work somewhere where I'm like not respected. Like,
Totally.
Yeah. Because it's like even my job now, like I like it. I like the job. I like my coworkers. I like everything. But sometimes like I'll have a bad day and I'll just be like, oh my god, this is so annoying. But it's like in my mind, I'm like, it's not like I'm gonna be working here for the rest of my life. So
Exactly.
It's like it's fine.
You can kind of put up with it a little bit better. Totally.
And it's just like an odd day.
Yeah.
Or so.
Exactly.
But,
I know working here this time, I have like a whole new sort of point of view and perspective now that I've had a job that's been like way more high stakes. Like, I'm literally selling thousands of dollars in dental work. Like, now it's just coffee to me. Before, it was my whole world. Like, it was all I did. It was my first job. It was my only, like, I don't know, thing to compare to. And so everything felt like a big deal. Like, when someone would get upset, it was a big deal. If someone complained about me, it was a big deal. If my boss got mad, it was a really big deal. Like, everything felt like a huge deal to me. And now I'm just like, it's coffee. It's like literally coffee. It's fine. Like, people can calm down, and I have like no patience for people treating people in the store badly. Like, if you're gonna yell or scream or be mean, like, you can get the fuck out. And like, I'm so not afraid to say that now, because it's like, we're like, I don't know, we're it's literally coffee. Like, there's no reason to freak out or be a dick. So that like, I don't know, it's really very interesting to have like a whole new like perspective now, and it's
Because that's awesome.
much more enjoyable for sure.
Because even like with me, I don't do well when people yell at me at work, because I never know how to handle it. Because it's like, I think that it's a red flag when workplaces just tell you to like,
The customer's always right.
Yell.
That's crap.
Such a like horrible thing. Because that was like how I was like I don't want to say raised, because like that's not really like right. Like, when I first started working, like when I worked at Save on Foods, it was like my boss was like, if someone yells at you, like, you just have to take it. Like, it's not worth fighting. And I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? Because now it's like when someone gets mad at me at work and I like shut down, I don't know what to do. And then my boss comes up to me now and she's like, why didn't you like say something about that? Like, I literally treat you like garbage. And I was like, I don't know how to respond to that.
Well, you just shut down. And like, especially even like, I don't know, like as young people, and I find like as girls, like, you're sort of just supposed to take it. You're just like, well, because like, what am I gonna do? Like, stand up for myself? Like, that's like how it's supposed to feel. And that's so wrong. Like,
it is.
If you have the guts to like stick up and say something, like, I'm not saying I would actually like fight back. I probably would just shut down. But at least like say something and like,
just be like, get out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you cannot speak to us that way. Like, I remember actually one time a neighbor of mine came in and was like acting really terribly. And I like looked at him and was like, you cannot be in here. You need to go. And he was like so upset. We like have not spoken since. Like, and I was like, you don't get to treat people like that. Like,
no, people get so mad over like the stupidest shit.
Right?
It's like, what is wrong with you guys?
Insane. The stuff.
Because it's even like more. It's just like crazy to me. like sometimes old teachers of mine will come into my job and they'll be like the rudest customers in
Oh
the
my
world.
god.
And I'm like, I know you.
Yeah.
Like, won't you like be nicer to
Oh
me?
my god,
'Cause
yeah.
I like know you. It's like so awkward when it's someone that you like kind of know.
Yeah.
Or
Or
like
like have known in like a different way.
Yeah.
And then they just switch on you.
And it's like, I did not think that you were like this. Like, two-faced.
What the heck?
Literally.
Jeez.
Yeah. But don't settle for anything less than what you guys are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you spend too much time working, and there's no reason to hate yourself in your life.
Life is too long.
It's so
to
not worth
stay
it.
in a shitty job.
Absolutely, I know people say life is short. It's really not that short.
It's not short. It's long.
It goes by fast. I feel like maybe, but it's not short. And
You got like 80 years.
yeah, don't be miserable.
Yeah, don't be miserable.
Not worth it. You're gonna regret it later in life. And do what you want. And yeah, like all the things that have come into my life now that I've made the decision to do something that I want to do is like amazing. And even like I find too, this was another thing I wanted to like kind of touch on, is like there's like this pressure to like always be moving forward, always looking for the next thing, always like making progress. Otherwise it's like you're like a failure kind of. And
or just
like
not like you're like a burner.
like you're or like you're like unmotivated, or you're like have no ambition, or whatever it is, right? And like that's like also kind of how I was like, not by my parents but by like my teachers and other figures. It's like sort of how I was like brought up, kind of. And so like I always had this feeling, like that's why I jumped from coffee into like something else. Like I felt like I need to pick the next thing, find the next thing, what's going to be the next thing for me. And I like never let myself just sit back and enjoy what I was doing. And now I've had like, you know, a couple years of feeling like I need to find the next thing and the next thing. And I found myself in a job where people stay for 40 years. And I was like, I don't want to do this for 40 years. Like, what was I thinking? And yeah, it's not a temporary job that I had picked for myself. And so yeah, I like finally decided like, yeah, like I need to just be happy where I am. And I need to stop looking so far ahead into the future, because like you can't enjoy you can't enjoy anything you're doing if you're always looking ahead. So
enjoy the present.
Absolutely. Now that I'm back at coffee, like I literally is day by day. And when I see like regulars that like come in, or people that recognize me, they're like, oh, like, are you going back to school? I'm like, no, I'm here. And this is good enough for me. Like for now, like maybe something else will come up in the future. I'm sure it will. Who knows? Maybe I'll buy the coffee shop next. Like,
maybe.
Who fucking knows?
Maybe Katherine from Kanaka will be
right? I'll be absolutely. And then I'll be Katherine with Kanaka. No, I don't even know. Katherine's Kanaka. It'll be mine. Yeah, legally changing it. Yeah, no, it is very important to just, especially in like your young age. Like I'm literally what, 21? Like I'll be 22 in December. That's so young. Like
that's so young. I thought you were like closer to my age.
Yeah. How old are you?
I guess I'm 18. It's not like it's still close. I thought that you were like 18 or 19.
Yeah, no, 20, almost 22. And even then I'm like, I don't know. I feel like once you're in your 20s, you're like, oh my god, I'm so old. But like 22, that's nothing.
No, that's literally like
I feel like a child still.
Yeah.
I'm like mentally stuck at like 13. Like I'm still in my One Direction phase, honestly. Like
I've been in 2016 for like so long.
Yeah, seriously. I know. My brain just stopped. Something happened in 2016 and my brain's like, we're sticking on this one.
Yeah.
We're gonna hyperfixate on this one for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I just am too young, and there's no reason to just like force yourself into the next thing.
That's true.
And yeah, it's crancrazy though how many people have asked me like, oh, what are you doing now? Like, are you going back to school? Or are you doing like no, like, is this not good enough?
Right. People are so like condescending to service workers.
Totally.
Without even knowing.
Totally.
Like people are like, oh, you're like, what else are you doing?
Yeah.
Besides this minimum wage.
Yeah,
job
exactly.
that
Like
you're
this is
doing right
not like enough. I'm like, I'm gonna go home and have a nap after
Yeah.
this. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I do nothing else. Well, because like you can't even. I find like if you get into like a full-time job that's like the dental office I found was really intense, because it was like days off didn't exist. Like you pretty much worked your shifts, and then like any days off you wanted had to be like the weekend or their holidays. The office was closed. Like I requested so many days off, and like some of them I got, and then after I got them they were like, so what'd you do on your day off? And then they'd like judge me for what I did. I'd be like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you can't focus on anything else in your life if your whole life is work.
Right.
Kinda. And I found like I got sucked into that. Totally. I got sucked into that really fast. And I remember like even just like basic human things like like grocery shopping was like too much because I felt like I was busy all the time, and all my free time I was like, I don't want to spend it grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to spend my time cleaning. I want to do something I like. Yeah. And so yeah, you get really like resentful too, I find, to your job if you feel like you owe them all the time. Like you just like don't.
Yeah. So like I have no time for myself.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. But it's like even now I work 5 shifts a week, 4 or 5 shifts a week, and I'm like, oh, I have no time to do anything. Because it's like even when you work that much, it's like on your off days you don't have energy to do the things
Totally.
that you actually
You're still like recovering.
Yeah.
And then by the time you recover, you're back to work again.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like
Totally.
I have no time to like actually do the things that I want to do.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I picked up so many hobbies once I quit the dental office. Like
that's awesome.
I know. Like I knit now.
Shit.
Yeah.
You seem like a knitter. Like,
Thank you.
if I could like guess, I would say that
I'm a knitter. Yeah. I picked up knitting. I started it in quarantine, and then I just didn't have time because fucking work. And then yeah, seriously, I was too busy getting like being traumatized.
Yeah.
And then I like started doing that. I've been like reading a ton.
Nice.
What else? I started running.
Shit.
I know. I know. I never thought I would, but I did. Like going out for like walks and jogs. It's so fun.
Walking is like, I love walking.
It's like therapy.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
So nice.
Like just like music, headphones, walking by yourself. It's incredible.
Even just like nature sounds.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
I'm a whore for that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Me too. I stopped doing it this summer because we have bears, and I'm so
Yeah.
scared of the bears.
I know.
I'm like, I do not want to run into them. I don't know what I would do if I did.
That was like the one time that I came here.
Oh my god, yeah.
And like I literally walk into the cafe, and then immediately after I get inside, 2 bears like come from around the corner in front of the door, and I'm like, if I was 2 seconds later than
would have
I
been
was,
dead.
I would have been mauled
Bear
in front
food.
of Kanaka.
That's a headline.
So scary.
Local girl mauled by bears. Oh my god. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I had to stop walking because I was like, I think I saw one like across the street from my house, and I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like that's all I think about then when I'm over
Yeah.
the house. I'm like, oh my god, what if I
There's
see
a bear.
again?
There's gonna be a bear. I know.
Yeah.
I literally like. I genuinely live 2 minutes away from this place, and I drive to work in the mornings because like if I see a bear, I will like freeze completely and cry. So I do not want to run into them. But
it's too scary.
it is very scary. But yeah, no, a lot of hobbies, a lot of free time now.
That's good.
It's so nice. I like feel like I have more time for my friends, which is good.
Yeah.
I had like a bad habit of like when you're unhappy, I like isolate, and I'm
yeah,
like nobody
it is
talk to me, nobody talk to me.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's like it's crazy being out of it now that like how bad it was and how miserable I really was. And
well, I'm glad you're not there anymore.
yeah,
honestly.
holy crap. I like obviously I don't wish that place on anybody, but I just wish someone else could have experienced it.
Yeah.
and just seen it, like, because it sounds fake when I tell stories. I'm like, people are like, there's no way that happened. I'm like, I swear to God. I swear to God I did. I could not make this shit up.
Right? Because it's like sometimes something so crazy will happen. I'm like, I literally can't make this
Yeah,
up.
like, you think I'm this creative? I'm not. It literally happened to me.
Literally. It's so funny. Yeah, I just like, I don't know. Because then also like when you're in a toxic work environment or like abusive relationship, whatever, it's like you get like flashbacks to like things that happened. You're like, oh yeah, I repressed that memory.
Yeah, oh my God.
Because I forgot.
Totally.
Like, I forgot about it.
Stuff comes up all the time, and I'm like, did that happen? Did I dream that?
Yeah.
Like, it genuinely could be a dream at this point.
Right?
Or it's just my body just like being like, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Yeah, no, things will trigger it. And like even when I came back here, like I remember like there were so many things that I used to do with the old owners that I was so afraid to do. Like I remember fraps was a thing, and comparing it to my old job now, it sounds so stupid to be like, I'm scared of fraps.
No,
But
I
like
get it.
it was my little like mini trauma when I worked here. Is like they could literally, this sounds so crazy, but like they could hear when it was wrong. So when it's blending, they'd stop you and go, that's wrong, you need to make that again. And it was so embarrassing, and you go like, fuck, okay, sorry, and then like make it again. But like when I came back here, I would like make a frap and be like listening like over my shoulder, almost like worried somebody was gonna tell me like, yeah, like that's wrong, make it again. And I'd be like, it took a little while for me to like kind of almost recognize all the things I had little like triggers associated to, and then like kind of override them in my own head. I'm way better now.
That's good.
Order all the fraps you want, I don't give a shit. But before I was
love
like,
a good Kanaka coffee frap.
they're very good.
I'm a sucker.
They're a pain in the ass to make because they make such a mess.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel bad now.
No, don't feel bad. No, but like I love them. Like I'll come in and I'll go like
they're
I'll get a frap. Now that I don't have to make it, absolutely I'll get a frap.
Right.
Starbucks fraps, not the same. I will absolutely roast Starbucks. Starbucks fraps are like
Starbucks
crunchy.
I just like hate Starbucks coffee.
They suck.
Only thing that I like from Starbucks is iced chai tea latte with almond milk and the pumpkin cold foam.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It's so good.
Mm.
That's the only thing that I'll have though, because their coffee is so bad.
Yeah.
And, like, their fraps are way too sweet.
Yeah, I find
Everything's bad.
their blonde espresso's not terrible, but the regular one is. Ugh.
Mm.
I can taste when they use it by accident. I'm like, guys, ew.
Not slick.
Yeah, you ain't slick. I'm a
It's just
coffee snob,
burnt.
and it is.
Yeah.
It's gross.
It's so bitter, and it's like
bad.
I love bitter coffee. Like I don't get any sweetener like when I get coffee and stuff. But it's like that shit is like too burnt and bitter.
Yeah.
Like I can't drink it.
Yeah,
It's so bad.
it's bad. I know. Their cold brew is like acid.
Yeah.
I tried this summer because I went on a cold brew kick. I'm like an iced gal all the way. I will
Right,
drink
me
iced
too.
coffee like in the dead of winter. It takes a lot for me to want a hot coffee. And I went like on this cold brew thing for a while in the summer. I usually just drink espresso over ice. Like literally 4 shots of espresso over ice.
God.
And then I add like a flavor to it to make it like not taste like ass. But
That is like so bad.
I know, but like because their cold brew sucks so bad that like
Right.
I didn't have anything else to get.
Yeah.
And then we had our cold brew, which I loved, and then now we don't have it anymore, which is so tragic. R.I.P.
really
to the
sad.
cold brew. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I tried it at the Starbucks and I was like, this is like literal battery
No,
acid.
it's
What the
so
fuck are you
bad.
serving me right
I
now?
know. It's so sour.
It's terrible.
So
It doesn't
sour.
matter what you add to it. It's so
Yeah,
bad.
It's so bad.
Oh god, I tried so many times and I was
Yeah.
like, guys.
Because I drink cold brew black. Like I don't have anything in it. And it's like I went on when I worked at Save on Foods when I was like 15. Every 15-year-old like loves Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
That's just a thing. So I'd get it like all the time. I'd get a vanilla sweet cream cold brew sometimes.
Love that.
I went through a little phase where I literally got that and the spinach feta egg wrap. That's also a good thing from Starbucks.
Oh my god, there was this freaking wrap. What was it? The Southwest Black Bean one?
That one's good.
They
too.
discontinued it.
They did?
It's gone.
No.
I was so sad. I wish you could have like seen me. I literally like it was gone off the
Stressed.
app and I was so upset. I have a friend that works at Starbucks. I was like, "What happened to the wrap?" Like texting her. She's like, "It's gone." I'm like, "No, it's
No.
not. No way."
That one was good too. But I'm a spinach feta egg wrap girl all the way.
That
That
sounds
one's good.
really good.
But that's it. Everything else at Starbucks is bad.
Yeah, I know. Like I saw like their pumpkin thing. Like that's the other thing. They have no like diversity at all. Like they like
it's the same drinks.
it's the
every
same
season.
drinks and they're like, "Guys, pumpkin spice is back." And I'm like, "Okay, but like give me something else."
Yeah.
Like don't give me the same 3 drinks that taste exactly the same.
Literally. Because that's what I like about here is like, even though I don't normally get like the featured menu, it's like every season there's something new.
Oh my God.
There's something different, and it's all different. Like even like compared to last fall, like there's different
Yeah,
drinks that are.
Natasha's
on the
actually
thing.
really, that's another thing. She's really good at like coming up with drinks, like concoctions, and they're always good.
Yeah.
She like never misses with those.
so good.
Yeah, like I literally will sit on the computer in the back and like scroll through all the syrup flavors and just like have a field day. I'll go, "We can get this one, we can get this one." Yeah, but like Starbucks, I saw that they were releasing their pumpkin spice, and I was like, maybe they'll come up with something interesting. Like, because that's the fun thing I love about coffee is like there's always something new. I feel
Yeah.
like there's always something cool you can do. Like cold foam is just sort of a recent thing,
Yeah.
and like there's always something. And I really thought that they were gonna give us something else.
No.
But like, go girl, give us fucking nothing. Like they literally
Really?
gave us nothing. It was
No.
so bad, and I was like, and even like their pastries are pumpkin,
So-
quote unquote. But I was like, what the fuck are
No,
those?
it's just ginger.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even
Yeah.
pumpkin. Like I got the muffin, pumpkin cream cheese muffin. It was literally disgusting.
Yeah, it looks
So
bad. I'm like,
gross.
I can't do this. The
It's like-
scone looks like kind of okay, but even then, I'm like,
It's not
ugh.
even a scone.
No.
It's just bread.
It's just like a puck with
Yeah.
some icing on it. I'm like, what is
It's like, it's not-
happening?
I know, it's so, they're all so bad.
Oh,
But yeah, you're right. Like they need to come up with something new because it's like every season it's the exact same
yeah.
things. And it's like even during Christmas, it's like I know for a fact they're gonna come out with the Irish cream cold brew.
Oh my God,
peppermint
yes.
Mocha,
Yep.
That's it.
Maybe salted caramel, which actually is the one thing I do enjoy from there. Salted
Salted-
caramel mochas are fucking divine. They're so
I
good.
love salted caramel.
They are so good there, but they don't have them all year round.
Yeah.
You have to like actually. There is a way to order it, but they'll like if you say salted caramel mocha, they'll go, "We don't have that. That's
Yeah.
a seasonal thing," and I'll go, "Fuck you guys."
I know. Literally. No, because it's like whenever I order something cool, I'm just like I need to mobile order it so that I
Me
don't
too.
have to like, actually order it.
Me
Because like whenever I get
too.
my chai tea latte, I get it with 2 pumps chai, 2 pumps sugar-free vanilla.
Yep.
And it's like I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. It's like I feel pretentious.
Right?
I have like a list in my phone because you can like save drinks, like your favorites, and I literally have a list of like the most obnoxious things, because like my coffee basically is like the shots of espresso. Usually there's like a cream of some kind, so like I'll either do like sweet cream or like regular cream or milk or whatever, and then like a flavor. But let's say that out loud, because it's like, okay, can I get like an iced quad blonde espresso in a grande cup with blah 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 blah? Like, I don't want to say that.
No. And also, I feel like if I say it, like they're gonna get it wrong.
Seriously,
like,
if I can type it out,
yeah,
I know that everyone's getting the same ticket all the time.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
yeah.
I'm glad that's a universal thing and it's not just me, because like I totally
also,
do that.
Because I'm like, maybe if I mobile order it, like they'll be less mad.
They won't have like a face to hate. I'll just like show up, grab it, and leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't know the pain that went into making that.
Seriously. But
Also,
like,
sorry, I just got my Be Real. Do you have Be Real?
I don't.
It's basically like, do you know what it is?
I've heard of it.
It's just an app where you have to like, it sends you a notification. You have to send a picture of what you're doing. So I'm gonna take a picture of us.
Love that.
I'm 1 minute late.
Oh my god.
Crap.
To the Be
Okay.
Real.
Perfect. Okay. Back to
That's
the
so funny.
conversation.
I didn't even realize it notifies you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the only social media that I have notifications on. Because everything else I don't have notifications
Okay, I
on.
kind of want to get it now.
You should. It's so fun.
That's
it just
so,
like
do you like
sends-
follow people too and like
You
see
can
other
have
people's?
friends, yeah.
That's awesome.
Or you can post it on like the discovery so then other people can see it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's cool.
I'm usually not like a social media person. I have Instagram. I go hard on Instagram.
Same.
I love it. I take my aesthetic very seriously.
I like your
And
feed. You have a nice
Thank
feed.
you.
I
Oh my
was
god, thank
stalking
you.
I
I stalked you too. Yeah. I had to. Once I was in, I was like, all right, we gotta,
Yeah, it's time.
let's see.
Let's do our research.
It's so creepy, but like, you
It's
have
true.
to. But yeah, no, okay, this is a random story,
Okay.
but it's a good one. I used to use Visco for my filter because you could like make your own filter and then save it, and then you could just upload your picture, add the filter, save it to your phone,
Right.
put it on Instagram. Amazing. They make you pay for it now.
Really?
You have to pay for a filter now.
Oh, that's
And it's like $15 a month or something
my
ridiculous. I was like, what the fuck for one filter
Jesus, yeah.
that I like made myself? But like, still.
I'm sorry, you can use any free software.
Oh my
to do that.
god, I know. So then I literally spent probably 2 hours saving my Visco pictures and like trying to edit them to get the same filter in just the iPhone edits.
Right.
So I have in my Google Docs an entire like list of every edit that you have to make to the picture to get it exactly to the same as the Visco. I got it real close. You will never be able to tell the difference. But oh my god, you should have seen my disappointment when I went on Visco and tried to add a filter to it, and it blocked me out and said, nope,
my
sorry,
God.
you gotta have a monthly subscription. I was
determination.
so mad.
I bet.
I was
That's
so
annoying.
mad.
Why
My
would you have
whole
to pay for
feed
it?
is like all the same like gray kind of foggy like oh my god, I was so upset.
nice.
So, but now it takes me like before it took me like 2 seconds to edit a picture because I just
Right.
add the filter, save it, done.
Yeah.
But now it takes me like 15 minutes to go through every single iPhone setting
You have to
in
go
the
on your
pictures.
Google Docs,
Oh my
find
god,
the
find the
document.
numbers. I literally will have it pulled up on my computer and then have my phone like, oh my god, I can't even.
That's so funny.
I spend too much time. And now I don't post on it very much because I can't edit pictures as fast as I used to be able to.
That's annoying.
It's so annoying. They killed my Instagram game.
Yeah.
I'm really upset. So now a picture has to be like really worth it to post
Right.
before I will.
Whenever I edit my photos, I turn the brightness a little bit down. I add a lot of warmth, and then I add a little bit of saturation. That's it. Just to make me look tan, and then
Yeah.
it's like golden.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't have like a filter. I respect people who do though, because it looks
Yeah.
sick. Sometimes I wish that I had like a feed like yours where it's like it's consistent.
Yeah.
But then it's like I'll take a picture of something random, and I'm like, I want to post this.
I know, that's the thing, right? Is I'm kind of like locked into like
Yeah.
one aesthetic that
Right.
I have to keep. Or like I'll pick like a nice picture to be the cover one, so from the front it looks fine, and then all the rest can be like
Yeah,
chaotic
that's
as
smart.
shit.
That's
And it's
smart.
like doesn't matter because you have to like scroll through them.
Right.
But yeah, no, I love like, okay, I have like a huge girl crush on Emma Chamberlain.
Oh, me too.
Freaking love her.
For sure. Yeah.
And I love her feed because it's so all over the place, and like it doesn't look like there's a filter, and it could literally be a picture of anything. Like she'll
Yeah.
just have a picture of her crying and then like a picture of
Right?
her toast the next day. Like it literally could be anything. And like I wish I was like that, but just something about having my feed like be so all over the place, like it stresses me out. Like it needs to have some sort of like consistency
Yeah.
to it. And so yeah, like
That makes sense.
the pictures could be anything honestly, but they have to have like the same like filter
Yeah,
over them.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Honestly, because like I think that I would post like Emma Chamberlain does if I was famous and I had millions and millions of followers. Because also I get in my head about like if I post a picture of my toast, it's like, no one's gonna care about this, and it's like, I make fun of people who post random stuff like that no one cares about.
I
It's
know.
like so hypocritical of me to do that.
Totally.
So it's like, I just post like outfit stuff.
Yeah.
Or like
I
fashion
know.
stuff. So.
I've like gotten really into thrifting recently, and like I wish I had like more of a sense of like, I don't know, putting an outfit together. Like I feel like I can do like the basics, and then like all the extra stuff is where I get lost. Like if I could post like pictures of my fit and everything every day, I absolutely would. But I like never like it enough. I'm like, this is lame. This
That makes
sucks.
sense.
It's like too basic. Like nobody's gonna care about this.
Right.
And so I never ever do, but I wish I did.
I mean, if you get into thrifting, like eventually you'll find really cool stuff that will make you feel nice. But I like, honestly, even if someone posts a picture of a basic outfit, I'm still like slay queen
Yeah?
off.
Yeah. I know.
It's
That's
like
the
everyone
thing.
has their own style. and
Totally.
everyone likes different things. So even if like you like your outfit, but you're like, oh, people aren't gonna like this, it's like it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
As long as
exactly.
you like it, that's fine.
I know. I've gotten pretty like, I used to really care what people thought about like what I looked like, and now I'm just like, whatever. Like if something doesn't match, like yes it does.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, yes it does.
Anything
Like
can match if you have the confidence.
absolutely, that's
Anything
totally
can
it.
match.
Literally, you could wear the like weirdest, most all over the place outfit, and it will like, I don't know, like to someone,
For sure.
not that it matters, but to someone it's cool.
Yeah.
Like you might think it's lame,
And that
but
someone is me for probably.
yeah, I will like see someone put any ounce of effort into like what they're wearing. I'm like, you look amazing.
Yeah.
Like you're wearing sweats, incredible. Like, yeah.
Because it's like recently I've been watching lots of like designer runway shows just because I've been like, I don't know, interested in them.
Cool.
And it's like all like designers, they have like the wildest runway outfits.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, that's so
Yeah.
that's revolutionary, that's brilliant.
Totally.
And it's like literally so many patterns,
You're
so
wearing
busy.
a trash bag. Like,
Literally.
yeah.
And so I think that makes me feel better about like when I wear something and I'm like, maybe this doesn't match. I'm like, I just
Yeah.
have to pretend like it does and no one will notice.
Totally. See, honestly, when I put an outfit on, I'm not sure about it. I'm like, would Emma wear this? And if the answer's no, I like picture her in it, and I'm like, no, she would look amazing.
Right?
I would love anything she wore.
She looks good at so
Everything.
Like, literally everything.
It's like upsetting a little
Yeah.
bit. God really picks his favorites.
Honestly.
Like,
But it's also that thing where it's like, are they wearing a cool outfit or are they just skinny?
yeah, seriously.
Literally.
Seriously.
So it's like-
oh my god, yeah. That's so
I think
real.
about that all the time.
Me too. Me too.
When I'm on Instagram,
I'm-
like,
yeah.
is this actually nice or are they just like a skinny?
Have the
like,
body that I wish I had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or do I wish I could wear that outfit? That's totally it.
Yeah.
No, that's usually like my go-to, and like Pinterest is my best friend. I'm just like
Real.
that crazy person in the thrift store that's like scrolling like obsessively on my feed, like trying to find stuff I want. I'm like, I go through the same aisles like 45 times. I always say I'm like
I have
gonna
to look
go
for
in quick. Me too, because you never know. You never know what you could be missing.
Never know.
I know. I always like say I'm gonna go in for like really quick, and I spend like 2 hours minimum
for real.
every time.
Yeah, every time.
I get like SOS messages from my friends like, "Are you alive? Are you good?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, just went in the thrift store." Like, if I disappear, you know where I am.
Yeah. I'm hiding in the mounds of clothes.
Seriously. Value Village is so expensive though.
It is.
It's like painful.
It literally is like. It's like this is not. It's like for profit now. Like they used to be
Yeah.
non-profit, and
Yeah.
now they're for profit. And I'm like, you guys.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
They have like some. I found some decent stuff, but like I almost just feel bad supporting them because
Right?
you guys suck.
And it's like I can't go to Salvation Army because they're also controversial.
Yeah.
And,
Where
like,
can we go?
No.
Us
like,
thrifty queens. Where are we supposed to go?
like where are we supposed
Mintage
to?
is like interesting, but like okay,
Vintage is literally so disgusting.
I have a bone.
Every time
I have a
go
bone
there.
to pick with Mintage. So they like okay. First of all, the fact that they have a store in Maple Ridge blows my mind.
It's
of-
like Vancouver.
Of
like,
all the places.
Central Vancouver.
Seriously,
and
and Maple Ridge. It makes no sense. And
No.
in Vancouver, they have like Mintage Mall. Like
Yeah.
it's everything. Like they have so many cool stores.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're. If you buy it in Vancouver, it's instantly cooler. But like
Yeah, for
Maple Ridge makes no sense. But then
No sense at all.
everything there has either a rip or a hole in it
Or stain.
or a stain. Like why?
It's everything there is like so gross. It's like it just like has a certain feeling to it.
It's so
where
bad.
It's like I touch the fabric and I'm like, ew, what's on my hands?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
See, I am all for like, okay, I always joke like a sweater, like I will wear a sweater that someone's grandpa probably died in. Like if I see like an old man sweater, I will buy that shit so fast. Like no second thoughts.
Right.
But when I go in there, like I don't think it like it's just the worst, like ickiest. You gotta
Yeah.
like wash your hands immediately after. Like
no, it's so bad.
Yeah, and like, okay, it started off as like a thrift store, and so it was just sort of like random shit, and you're like, okay, this is like a regular thrift store, and it's kind of gross, and like sometimes thrift stores just are, and you just put up with it.
Yeah, that's just how they.
And you kind of like go prepped ready with like hand sanitizer and shit, right? But like, then they changed to a vintage store, so they jacked up their prices.
It's not even vintage.
No, half of it's like
It's not.
Hanes white men's t-shirt, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I could buy this brand new from Walmart for the same price.
I
It's like a
know.
$12 t-shirt. Like I could buy a pack of
It's like
4 for
Gildan.
$12. Seriously. Oh my god, I could go to Michael's and buy this shirt right now, and it'll be brand spanking new, never worn. Like, it's crazy. And yeah, they just like jack the prices up, and then they like say that they pick out the stuff from like regular thrift stores and like pick out the good stuff,
Yeah.
so that you don't have to do all the hunting, which is nice. Like, they tried.
But like, pick better stuff, guys. Like,
Seriously, like, stop bringing us freaking, Gildan t-shirts. Like, I don't want them.
no.
And like shoes from like the 20s. Like, I'm not here to
Yeah,
buy
and
shoes
it's, like,
from
one
the 20s.
size.
Seriously,
Like, size 5.
yeah,
Like-
seriously. Who's fitting these? Some
No.
old grandma. Like, no.
Yeah.
It's, The one thing I will say, they always have nice jeans. Like, their
They
jeans
have
are
good
decent.
quality.
Yeah, like they always have Levi's, like
Yeah.
Levi's, Wrangler, like those kind of jeans, so you don't ever have to like hunt through like the shitty ones.
Yeah.
And they're usually like pretty good fits. The only thing is they're always like a size like 35, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I do not fit this. So
Yeah.
like even if I wanted, I couldn't. But that they do have. But everything else is just, like there's just so much of it, and it's never good. Like
Yeah.
I think I've bought a couple things there, but they had like a hole, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I gotta stitch this when I get home.
Right. And it's not even worth it at that point. It's like, if I'm paying $20 for a t-shirt, I don't want to have to fix it.
Seriously, totally. I always justify. I'm like, oh, like I can fix this, and then I'm like, but do I want to?
Right.
And will I ever? Probably not.
It'll sit in like the pile of clothes that I have to
That I have to fix. Exactly. I absolutely have a pile of
Yeah.
thrift finds that need a fix. Like I have a shirt that is missing a button on a sleeve, so I literally just wear the sleeves like undone, and they're just like this like witchy like bat wing situation, which is not how it's supposed to fit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm
Kinda
too.
look.
It is. I really like it, but I'm like, I'm not gonna fix the button.
Right.
I should have known this.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like tied to a life of wearing this shirt without being buttoned up because
Right.
I refuse to fix the button.
No, literally. It's just like, I don't know. Every time I'm like bored, I'm like, maybe I'll go check out Vintage. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe they're better.
Yeah.
They never are.
They never get better.
Never are. They have like nice sunglasses sometimes. They've
Oh, yeah.
started getting sunglasses. They have nice ones. But it's like all nice vintage stores.
Yeah.
Like, all vintage stores have nice sunglasses.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like it's hard to have like bad sunglasses. Sunglasses are pretty like you
They're
can make
cool.
any sunglasses cool.
Yeah.
That's the thing I have. I wear glasses, and so like I can't wear sunglasses
Yeah.
because then I can't see.
Right.
So it's like, what is more important to me, fashion or eyesight?
I wear contacts because I have glasses too, but I wear contacts because my glasses don't work, and
Oh, no.
like I think when I was in school, I was in PE and I got hit in the face with a dodgeball and my lens popped out,
Oh no.
and then like
my
I just
God.
never got new glasses.
Yeah.
Like, so the lens is like a bit like
Oh, wonky.
crooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my glasses like don't work at all. Like they literally,
that.
my eyesight is blurry when I have them
Oh
on.
no.
So
Oh
yeah, I
man.
have to wear contacts.
Damn. Yeah, no, I've never tried contacts. I feel like I'm a little bit afraid of them, but I feel like it's kind of worth it because then you can wear cool sunglasses.
Right.
I'm always so jealous of people who can wear sunglasses.
Yeah. I know that's like part of the reason why I got contacts too, but it was so funny. Like 2 nights ago, I accidentally fell asleep with my contacts on. And then like I had this dream where I got laser eye surgery
Oh my god.
and like my eyesight was like cured, right? Like I could see with
Yeah.
my glasses.
Yeah.
And then I wake up in like the middle of the night to like get water or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why can't I see? Like, is this real? Like, I literally was like, my vision, my like
Oh my
brain
god.
was so
Oh
distorted.
my god.
Because I was like,
Did I get
did
laser
I
eye
get
surgery?
I just forgot. Like, why can I see? And then I like felt my contacts like being dried to my eyes from like sleeping with them on.
Oh
And
my
I was
God.
like, oh, I just forgot to take my contacts
That's
out.
so funny.
This is probably like
Am
my
I
subconscious
cured?
pranking me or something. Yeah.
That's so funny.
It was so scary.
That
I
is
was like,
scary.
what the hell?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You're
Yeah.
like, did I is this me waking up from surgery? You know, I can see. That's so funny.
So bad. But like I have this fear that like I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and like my house is gonna be getting robbed or something and I'm not gonna be able to like fight them or see them because I can't see.
Yeah.
Or like if there's like a zombie apocalypse or
Oh my
something.
god, yeah. What
we're
happens
gonna be
if
the
you
first
lose your
ones to go
glasses?
because we
Yeah.
can't see.
I know. See, I have this like problem recently because I'm really blind, like badly
Same.
bad. So I have like bifocals. So like they get like progressively like more strong like prescription the lower they go down. So my lenses are so thick. So I like, okay, the glasses I buy, I have to get special lenses that are thinner because they physically won't fit in the frames that I want because they're so big.
Right.
And then now because they're so strong, I'm like at this predicament where like sometimes I can see too well. Like it's too much to see.
Oh my God.
It's so strong that I'm like I can see too much and I have to like take them off, but then I can't see anything. And like I wish there was like an in between, like to make it like not blurry but not crazy clear. Like I need like an in between pair right now cuz like my like eyes are so bad. It's either like I see everything in like super HD or like nothing at all.
Yeah, like gives me a headache when it's like that, like super
yeah.
clear. Like,
oh my
that
God.
feeling when you get like a new pair of glasses and it's like weirdly clear. It's
Totally.
like, I can't deal with this.
Oh, it's so bad.
Headache.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah. I know. I was like watching TV the other night and I was like trying to look at the screen, but it was so bright and so clear. And then when I take them off, I couldn't see anything. And I was like, I need something in the middle here. I can't do this. Like,
Yeah, literally.
I'm seeing too well. I never thought that would be a problem, but like,
People with 20/20 vision, they really take advantage of it.
They do. I am very jealous.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
so jealous.
Yeah.
I don't even need perfect vision. I just need not old man vision.
I'll take like 18.
I'll take
maybe.
anything at this point.
Yeah.
That's not this.
No.
I think the glasses I'm wearing now are like probably 6 years old. So they're like quite a few prescriptions behind.
Right.
Which
Yeah,
is
I was
not a
thinking
bad thing. Because like the one now, like I put them on and I'm like, holy shit. Like I don't realize how like weak these ones are in comparison. I think they look fine, and then I put the good ones on. I'm like, oh my God, holy hell!
Now. I like the
Thanks.
The
I
little
know.
detail on
I get a lot of compliments. I actually forget they're even up there, and then I'm like,
They're cute.
yeah, they are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I find like I can kind of make my glasses part of my like outfit or like my aesthetic kind of. I used to have a septum. And I took it out because it was like clashing with my glasses. I was like, I hate this.
Funny.
Get it out. It was like
funny.
too much gold on my face. I needed to get rid of it. But
I know I need to get, because I never, like my septum is silver, or it's like sterling silver or whatever. I never wear like silver jewelry. Like I only, because I look good in gold. So it's like my septum and my like stud are like silver jewelry, but then all the rest is gold, and I'm like, I need to fix this.
I know.
Like it's bad.
some people can pull off both kinds of jewelry.
Yeah.
It's like quite a look when I see it. I'm like,
Honestly.
that's impressive. But
It looks
I'm
cool.
a gold person for sure.
Yeah. Because your nose ring matches your glasses.
Yeah, it's like a
cool.
pretty good match. I know, but when I got my nose like the septum pierced, I asked for gold, and he's like, no, you have to get silver. And I was like, but I don't want silver. You're gonna ruin it. Like, and then I had to get it changed, and then like he used the wrong gauge, and it was just like a whole mess. And then I was like, I do not want to go back again.
Yeah.
It's too much work to go back
so
again.
Much, like, such a hassle.
It
And they hurt,
is.
too.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Like it's fine when it's in, but like
It feels like you
doesn't
just
feel
got
nice.
punched in the face.
Yeah. Like your
eyes
nose
are
is like
watering.
bruised. Oh, it's
Yeah.
not fun.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Tattoos honestly are like a little bit better. Like the tattoos I have, like I'd
Yeah.
rather get that than getting like a piercing in your face.
Tattoos, like they don't, depending on the spot you get them in, like
Yeah.
they don't hurt that bad.
No.
Like, the ones that I have, like they didn't hurt getting it.
No.
Only like I have a sun on my shoulder that I just got, and the only point that I hurt is like part of it's on my collarbone. That
Oh,
hurt.
yeah.
It was, but it wasn't even like hurt that bad. It was just
Yeah.
like
I feel like
painful.
I've got a pretty good pain tolerance. Like
Me too.
I only have a good pain tolerance because I don't want to be inconvenient.
Yeah, same. I'm just like
I'll just suck it up. I
deal
won't
with
say anything. I know my tattoo artist. She's like, you're like sitting really well because it was like my first tattoo.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, you're like what other ones do you have? And I was like, this is my first one. She's like, are you joking? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it literally like. I don't know. It feels like exactly how you think it'd feel. Like it feels like
Yeah.
like if you like scratch yourself with like a push pin or something
Right.
over and over again. That's
It's
what it
just
feels like.
It's like it's not comfortable, but it's not.
Not bad.
painful.
Yeah. Like I would do it again.
Yeah.
I probably will do it again.
Same.
I have a whole
I'm
list
planning
of
on doing
yeah,
it again.
exactly. I actually can guarantee I will do it again.
Yeah.
They're actually so fun. Every time I have like a crisis, I think you talked about this last time.
Yeah.
Every time I have a crisis, I like either want a tattoo or I want another piercing.
Piercing or just like hair color
Yeah,
change.
that's why I can't
haircut.
go on TikTok. I refuse to go on TikTok because every modification I've ever made to my body has been because of TikTok.
I don't have TikTok. I deleted it. Thank God.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Like
Yeah.
it's
like
bad.
the best decision I've ever
I
made.
only have it because my mom is obsessed with it and she sends me videos and I would feel so bad if she
That's
sent me
kinda cute.
something and I'd be like, sorry mom, can't watch your video because she always like thinks of me. Like that's cute. But like
that's sweet.
she's like, look at this like fucking like true crime thing.
Yeah.
Read it. And I'm like, thanks mom. But it's so bad and like everything I've ever done, like I changed my hair and like I basically dyed like the bottom half of it
Yeah.
blonde. Mostly because Emma Chamberlain did it.
Right.
But also because of TikTok. And then the septum was TikTok because I kept seeing people with like the ring and the septum, and I was like, that looks so good, and I wanted that. And then I like did that because of TikTok. And what else?
We just build our whole personalities around the internet, you guys.
Yeah, no, I keep getting sucked into the rabbit hole that is TikTok, and I can't keep doing it. It's costing me too much money.
Honestly, delete it.
Yeah,
I would say that.
It's bad.
Because also then if I do something and it's like it's an internet trend, it's like I can say that I didn't know about it.
Oh, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Like you're not basic.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
like I feel
at
like
least I'm like somewhat
totally.
my own person.
Even just like my favorite like songs, like all the Harry Styles songs get wrecked on TikTok, and it makes me so sad.
A lot of songs do.
It's
That's also
so
like
upsetting.
why I deleted it, because I was like, you guys are like, first of all, gatekeeping all of these
Yeah.
songs. Second of all, like,
If I like it, it's like you like it because of TikTok.
Right.
No, I like it because it's a good song.
It's famous for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like leave me alone. Let me like the Smiths and don't destroy me for it.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, we're pushing an hour and 15 minutes.
Are we? Oh my god. Okay, that
This
flew.
is the longest
Holy
podcast
crap.
that I've ever had, and honestly, I didn't even like realize, like I was like looking down to make sure that it was still recording, and then I looked down. And I was like, oh my god, an hour and 15.
That's
this is
pretty
gonna
good.
be my first triple number
Oh my goodness.
upload.
Look at us go. We're gonna have to
So-
like do like a part 2.
We definitely will
Continuation.
have you on the podcast. A problem that I have with people, like a lot of people since I started the podcast have reached out to me and been like, I would love to be on, and I'm like, yeah, for sure. But it's like, you know, there's like people who are funny, and then there's people who are like podcast funny. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you have a podcast personality.
Oh my god, do
you
I?
know? Yeah.
That is like the biggest compliment.
It like this has like been good because it's like, you know, constant like back and forth banter.
Yeah.
You understand that it's like you tell your stories, it's like fine.
Yeah.
A lot of other people who I think would be on it would be like awkward. Because
Yeah.
It's like they don't have the
A lot of,
outgoing
like,
personality to
yeah.
like, do that.
A lot
Or,
of like dead quiet and
yeah.
like
And then it's like me trying to have to like
fill the space.
trying to like
Yeah.
come up with conversation topics, and it's just like awkward.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to do that at all. I wrote like a list
Hell
of
yeah.
stuff down in case I had to, but I didn't even have to, and it's been like an hour and 15
Amazing.
minutes.
Look
and
at us
this
go.
is crazy. So do you want to plug your Instagram or plug
Oh my god,
anything?
sure. I don't even know what it is. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Instagram, Katherine Nielsen. So KATHERINE Nielsen NIELSEN _ is the name. It's a
I'll
long
write
one.
it in
It's a
the
mouthful.
description.
Please do, because
I'll
no
write
one's
it.
gonna know what I just said. Give me a follow. That's literally all I have. But I will be making a Be Real now.
Oh yeah.
Next episode, I will plug my Be Real.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah,
Guys, follow my Be Real. It's just Leah Kyle.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You also have like a really podcast name. I feel like
Do
that's
I?
a famous name.
Really?
Yeah.
I always
Leah
thought,
Kyle?
I was always like Leah Kyle. That's like a boring name because it's two first names. It's
No,
not a famous person
that's
name. I need a
awesome.
stage name. But okay.
No, I really like it. I was thinking that. I was
That
like,
boosts my
when
ego.
I saw your Instagram, I was like, is that actually her real name, or is like, did she make that up for like,
Is that my
like,
stage
yeah,
name?
like your stage name? I thought Leah Kyle was your stage name, and I was like,
That's
that's so cool.
That's
No,
really cool.
mine is such a mouthful. Like,
I kind of like it though because it's like, I don't know. It just like, it's nice to have a long name.
is it?
You know?
Spelling is not fun, but yeah,
Sure, I bet. Or like writing it
it'll
down.
be in the description.
Yeah,
Give me
I have a
follow.
short name. But yeah, I'll write it in the description. So thank you to all the new listeners who came. 'Cause of
Yeah.
Catherine, I hope you guys stick around. The audio, actually, I don't think it'll be too bad.
I know. I apologize for the trucks.
But you know
and
what?
The multiple crying babies. But
It just gives more authenticity
Yeah.
for the podcast.
we're just
you know?
really raw and real.
We're real people, you know? We don't have high budgets to spend. So,
It's just us and our little razor mic.
Yeah.
Our little pink mic.
just a whole bunch of adapters, whole bunch of mics
Like
in my bag
a
right
mile
now.
long
A
of
broken
adapters
pair of headphones.
that literally fell apart halfway through this.
Yeah, literally. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your morning, and peace out.
Peace out.
honestly.
Thank you for having
Bye
me.
guys. Of course. Thank you for being on the freaking pod. Okay. Bye guys.
Peace.